Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another small artillery vehicle that once again uses wheels on its side to glide around like a hovercraft. So this thing seen right behind me is called the RACHI Sandsprit, which is this lovely thing over here. So this is a very small, compact little vehicle that features a custom turret on top that can fully spin around, lift up and down, and blast your enemies with. And of course, as I said, it uses wheels on its side, so it sort of just hovers around or glides around on a flat surface, and it's boosted around via AMSOC thrusters. Now we do have a small little lifting system in this where the wheels can lift up and down, and you can see right here we are very close to the ground at the back there. I'm not actually too sure what kind of mode this is, but what it does do is lift up the back, only the back, so the rear thruster sort of looks diagonally down. I think it's better for me to show you than it is for me to try and explain. So grab and hold my character, hopping into the little cab cockpit up to here. Here we go. I can now press number 2, looking at it like so, but we'll look at it from the sunlight. And there we are. So yes, it just goes slightly diagonally down. So we move forwards. We now get boosted around, and that thruster helps keep us on the ground and keep us firmly on the ground due to the way it's been angled. Pressing it again, we now go horizontal, and this is sort of like its parking mode. Anyway, back with the free camera, finding out where it's gone. Just over to here, we're now going to look at it like so. Press F10, go through the spawn menu. We'll go around the outside, go through the controls, drive around for a bit, and I believe that'll be that. So pressing F10, find this in spawn menu. The Sandsprit is, to the right I took a screenshot there. Yes, this thing is 271 small blocks using a couple of the DLC packs. We see up to here that it does not use mods, it has one script on here, and it is not printable. Just below that we've got a nice bit of description about it, where it says it's a design of the creators that have seen numerous revisions, and they finally sell it on a comically oversized howitzer mortar type vehicle. And well, you can hold down Alt to spin it around, lift it up and down, because if you do not hold Alt, you'll only be able to, well, shoot straight forward. But I'll show you right now. Grab hold my character once again, and get into the camera view. So here we go, we can lift this up and down, but I can't move it left and right. In fact, we can't even spin it left and right until we hold Alt. And now, we can spin the entire vehicle around, lift it up and down, and actually precisely aim the assault cannon. There we go. Letting go Alt, now come to a stop, and well, we lose all of our control. Yes, what we're going to do now is go around the outside, have a look like I said, we'll go through the controls, drive around for a bit, and I don't think there's any space pirates in the distance. No, there is not, it's just my terrible little RV sitting down there. And well, that'll be that for this video. So for the very front of the RACHI Sandsprit, this is what we get. We're right at the very front here where I'm driving it around is our cab cockpit, which is surrounded by some creamy steel blocks with a few bits of red here and there. We've got a single spotlight on one side to light the darkness, then a bunch of AMSOC thrusters, which is the only form of thrusters that appear on this ship. Moving up slightly over here, we've got a camera which sits right below our assault cannon, which has been fully scripted up to be a custom weapon turret to manually blast your enemies, or if you want to, have the AI take over and have it automatically blast your enemies if you want to do that. Coming further up, we've got fantastic use of the armoured panels, just adding those little guards around there to give it a nice bit of protection and a bang. There's a top mount camera, so you've got an alternative view if you don't want to use the lower camera. Then around over to here, we see our rotors are now being attached onto the side. That comes all the way down to the bottom, where we do not have another rotor to spin it left and right. That's entirely handled by the vehicle itself, as you saw when I actually tested that out. Anyway, we'll come back to that a bit later. All the way down to here, over down onto the legs. Here we go. Yes, past that AMSOC thruster, past these black neon tubes. We then have this section right here, and now it's quite a lot of lag. Not too sure what's happening there, but looks like an unknown signal has spawned right above me. Anyway, turning it off, hiding all that. Over here we are for our legs. So we've got ourselves a static rotor, which is purely there to actually angle the wheel to actually give it its overall look. So looking all the way down to it, there we are. So you can actually disable that if you want to have them wobbling around. But no, it does not move by itself. This hinge right here will move, because that's how we're going to lift the vehicle up and down. That comes all the way across onto these piston heads. And onto the side here, there's a wheel suspension for our wheel on the side. Over in this part, we've got another AMSOC thruster. And onto the wheel over to here, there are of course blaster edge blocks, onto another wheel suspension. Then we come all the way up onto the side. And there we are. So on the side here, we see even more AMSOC thrusters. The start of our flat AMSOC thrusters, some more blaster edge blocks, another rotor, and another hinge setup for our rear wheels. All the way up to here. There we go. There's the side of our custom turrets. Then around towards the very back. There we are. That's what's going to boost us around. So yes, we've got another flat AMSOC thruster with another singular regular AMSOC thruster right down below here to give you a nice boost of speed. Put in my light, getting a bit closer. Here we are under here, so it's got a battery to give it a nice bit of power. There's more rotors to angle the back wheels. then looking all the way down underneath it like so. And there we are, how it's all been set up. So yes, that's a very clear view how our legs have been all angled up and all set up. Getting a bit closer over here below the cockpit, we do have a small connector to actually dock it up if you want to do that, which would be one way to actually give this thing a nice bit of power. But yes, speaking of power, we've got 2 reactors there, as well as a few small batteries dotted about everywhere. And then moving all the way up, looking down. There we go. So yes, we can really see the top of the custom turret onto the main body. And it is quite hard to see what's going on. But yes, around here on the top. There we go. And with that, I believe that is a brief look around the outside of the RACHI Sandsprit. So yes, we're going to go through the controls now, which we've basically gone through most of them because there is only one tab to go through. Well, we'll start on with number 9, which is your small connector below the vehicle. We've got atmospheric thrusters on and off all the way around this thing. We've got your batteries to auto or recharge. And then we've got our full light on and off at the very front. Then we've got our hinge to lift it up and move it down. I'll put the camera like so we actually see a very clear view of what's going on. So yes, with a camera like this is sitting completely horizontal, pressing number 2, and the bar just angles all the way down. So like I said earlier, just helps give that extra bit of downforce, so when you're moving at high speeds, hopefully it will stick to the ground. Anyway, back over to here, pressing number 1 to take over your turret, we lift it up and down, but we cannot move it left and right until we hold down Alt on the keyboard, which is part of the script. Now we can spin it around, start blasting, and there we go. Pressing F, coming out of that, we now drive around normally, and it looks like the sun is setting because the shadow of the mountainside is slowly creeping up to us. And there we go, that'll do quite nicely. So yes, now we're going to drive this thing around, see how it handles, see what happens when we drive around at high speeds, and I believe that'll be that for this video, because not too much else to talk about, just a lovely little thing that I saw in the workshop. They look quite adorable with the way it's been set up. I was originally thinking when I saw it that it was going to be like an artillery vehicle, we basically move this all the way up and sort of angle it like so. But of course, the actual artillery type shots, or at least what I feel like would be an artillery shot we saw arc the projectile, doesn't really work in Space Engineers without mods. Relaying the camera, there we go, and lifting the vehicle all the way up, so now we've got the downforce to help us out while traveling around at maximum speed, and here we go. So what we're going to see with this is it's going to be able to get up to maximum speed very, very quickly and be extremely stable about it. Although there is a few asterisks after that, because this is a custom Earth-like planet where the surface, despite looking very flat, is going to be very lumpy, very bumpy, and will limit what this vehicle can do. So here we go, we're now traveling all the way up, now about to hit maximum speed, and well, there we are, coming to a stop. If I can, this is going to be very bad, because we might hit that tree, and there we are on the ground. Anyway, spinning this thing around, there we are, and that's the absolute beauty of these type of vehicles, and why I absolutely love these types of vehicles, because when we're in turret view, we now just spin this on the spot, and we'll just shoot anything that needs to be shot. I'm not too sure why the trees are floating up there, looking up there. Well, that's kind of odd, not too sure what's going on there, but like I said, this is a custom Earth-like planet, so weird things are bound to happen. In fact, there's more up there, not too sure what's happening with them. Yes, out of that camera and driving away. But no, as I was saying, these type of wheel designs are absolutely fantastic and an absolute joy to play around with. I do hope they're possible in Space Engineers 2, despite well maybe being redundant in Space Engineers 2 depending on what blocks it adds for land vehicles. Maybe there will be actual hovercraft blocks to be using, especially because there's going to be water in the world. And well, you never know when you might want to scoot across the surface of it while being an actual ship. No, this is an absolutely fun little vehicle to play around with. Should be quite good in combat, especially if you stay away from the enemies and actually will snipe the turrets from a distance, so you're just going like that, blasting into them, or just taking them all out before they can actually engage with you. Drones might be an issue because you wouldn't be able to do anything, especially if they're hovering above you and we're just dismantling you from above, unless you were to hop out and use a hand weapon to take them out that way. But no, you could always just rely on the maximum speed with this thing and just drive away and hopefully leave them in the distance. But as for that, that's pretty much it for this vehicle, all it has to offer. I'm not going to put it into combat because there isn't any kind of suitable enemies nearby. So be linked to the description below to sit down and play around yourself. Highly recommend you do. And I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.